Okay, I believe we're live now. Okay, alright, sounds good. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. So today we'll be doing a mock interview for Leetcode Hard. Um, so Patrick, you can hear me, right? Okay, I'm gonna paste the question. Um, can you see it? Okay, and I'm gonna give you some time to read it. Mhm. Yeah, that is so Apple is valid because I can arrange it like this, right? And um, this is a valid rearrangement. Does that make sense? Because no two adjacent characters are the same. Hmm. Then you can just return Python and that'll be correct. You can return it in like any rearrangement where there are no adjacent characters. Hmm. Yes, that's right. Could we look at an example of a negative case where an empty string will be returned? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you're on the right track. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is a very great idea. And just now you mentioned greedy. You mentioned that this problem is a greedy problem. And that sounds like a, a potential greedy way to solve it. It sounds good to me. I think before we start coding, uh, let's think more about what you just said. So you said we're gonna like try to pop the maximum out, right? And build a word. But does that like work with you? Oh yeah, actually yeah, dry run it. Mm-hmm. Okay, you mean the second most frequent character, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, why can't we pop a character off? Wouldn't it just become yeah? Mhm. No worries, no worries. Exactly. Yeah, this makes sense to me. Yeah, I think we can start recording. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's correct. Yep. Yeah, this makes sense to me so far. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can access the top of a heap like that. Yeah, y- you should pop it, yes. Mm-hmm. Right. I don't think you can name it like that. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Mm-hmm. You're cooked. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. Um, I think you still have a whole case that you didn't take into account here. Like you're only appending character two to rest, but sometimes you need to append character one, right? Like I can only yeah, if you do this, your algorithm at the moment only adds character two to rest. What about when you add character one? Yeah, this looks correct to me. Um, awesome. Really good job here. So just some follow-ups questions for you. Um, the first is, what is the time complexity of this reorganized string? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm, I think that is close to the correct answer, but not quite right. Yeah, I think um no, it's not log n either. So n is one of the things that we need to consider here, but there's another quantity that's also like important to us in defining the time complexity. Like n is one of them. For um for building the heap, yeah, yes. Hmm. Let's think about like this frequency map over here, right? How many items would there be? How many entries would there be? Would is that possible that there'll be? It is possible that there'll be n entries, right? But most of the time, it won't be n entries. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah. I do understand. Like in a worst case, like every single character is unique, but that's probably like not the case most of the time, or not like there's no point in like having this problem because every character was unique, then um like we don't need a we can always just return true. So let's assume that it is possible that n is like extremely large and like the character set is like not can be not as large. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let me just kind of stipulate that n can be extremely large, but not the character set is, for example, just constrained to the alphabet. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, you said building the heap is all of them. Hmm. Yes, this space is all of them. That's right. Yeah, exactly. It'll be like m log m, yeah, because the heap can only be log m tall, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's correct. Hmm. Okay, Yeah, the whole algorithm. What you have done so far is correct, but we just need to now analyze this part. Yeah, this entire part. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Per n, yes. Yeah. Per. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Can you please tell me the overall time and space complexity? Yes. Yes, we can assume that. Mm-hmm. So is your you confirm your answer is O n log m? No worries. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, that's the end of our interview. Oh, you solved it like a lot faster than I thought that you would. Very good job. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good intuition actually. Like you did a lot better on this problem when I did this problem. Like yeah, I solved it in a lot longer time than yours and I did a lot of wrong approaches. So very good. Yeah. Okay. You want me to give you your feedback now? Um, okay. So I'm gonna split my feedback into like before, during, and after. Um, for before coding, I really like how you went into a lot of examples. This is exactly what I'm looking for when I give people this problem. If they don't give me a lot of examples, then I already know they're going to take a very long time to solve the problem. One thing that you could have like done better is I think you should have like gone quicker into a negative case, because only if you see a negative case then you will like know how to solve the problem. I had to like prompt you a little bit for that. Yeah, just in general, like when you're coming out with examples, you want to try like cover as much ground as possible, not just like some cases that work. Yeah, not a big problem though. I think you had done it eventually. I just like prompted you just in the interest of time. Um, for overall, I think you mentioned greedy very quickly, which I like a lot. Um, when I interview people for this problem, they don't immediately say greedy, and they don't also immediately say like this just depends on the counter. Those are very like good uh insights on your behalf, and I was very happy to see that being pointed out very early on. Yeah, I think that when you interview is very good to say immediately, okay, I feel that this is a greedy problem. I feel that this is a dynamic programming problem. I feel like this is a divide and conquer problem. Like at the start, it's very good to mention those kind of high level approaches. Yeah. Um, I also like how you illustrated the data structure very clearly. Like you typed it out. That's something that I like to do myself as well because it shows the interviewer like exactly what you're thinking of. Yeah, I think you should keep continue doing that. Yeah, that's very good. I think it's very great. Hmm. You also thought out loud about like what key ideas. Like what is the bottleneck to this problem? The bottleneck is any character that like is intuitively it's just any character that has a frequency that's way bigger than all the other characters, right? Um, yeah, that's a very good key idea there. It's good that you also offered to do the dry run. That's extremely good practice to dry run your algorithm before you start typing it. Um, and it's also good that you asked for my buy-in on your high level implementation before you begin coding. Okay, so that's for before coding. For during coding, I think you had a very good intuition about data structures. You correctly mentioned that we're going to use a max heap right from the beginning. Um, Not a lot of people do that. Some people like they will like kind of struggle with even if they know that I need to get the maximum one, they they won't immediately go to a heap. So that's very good. Um, I think okay, I'm gonna just talk about like the good things first. You caught the case. I like how you thought about like whether we should add the pop tuple back to the heap or not. Um, Again, like when I interview other people, sometimes they don't really catch this, and I have to remind them afterwards that oh, do we always want to add the tuple back to the heap? It shows that you have like careful thinking when you're actually coding your algorithm. That's like, very good. Okay, now for the places of improvement. I think your naming could have been better. Like, um, I think using a count one and char one over in this case is good, but maybe you could do like first second character. Um, that'll be slightly better. Because like count one, count two. Uh, well, it's not really. It's more of a nitpick, but also um, I don't think like one letter variables are very good. Um, You get what I mean? Like if you even name it a character heap, that'll be it will be already better. I understand like when you do Leetcode and when you do like competitive programming, you always use like one characters, but I think in an interview it's better to name it like more like production code. I like to use like the Google Python syntax guide. Like Google has like a Python syntax guide and it's quite helpful. It's a style guide, Google Python style guide. I read that and it really helped me. And it mentions things like never name anything with one character. Yeah. Even if it makes a lot of sense to you, it doesn't make sense to other people. Um, okay, and here's like another nitpick, but uh, your Python syntax, your Python syntax can get a little bit better. Like I'll give you an example here. For can you see my cursor? For character in freak, so you can say for character for oh you call it ch. Oh yeah, ch is also not really a good name. For ch and count in counter s dot values. Oh, is it values or like counter s what is it values? I forgot what it is. Uh, counter. Yeah, items. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're. I missed. I forgot what it was. Yes, but see, you could just do like this now. Um, it's just like slightly better. Yeah. It's just a small optimization, but I feel like over time, like these small things sort of build up. Yeah, it's okay. Me too. I forgot what it was, but I knew that this thing exists. Um, yeah. So just you can get a little bit more familiar with like the syntactic sugar, which genuinely like it helps a lot in during interviews. Um, okay, and well, you forgot the case of adding count one. That's not a very big problem to be honest, because interviews is very stressful. You'll forget stuff. But maybe you could have like avoided it by doing a quick dry run in your head before you say like, okay, I'm done. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah, not a really big problem. Okay. And then one optimization you can do here is you don't need to mutate your. You should like kind of not mutate your variables if you don't have to do it. So, like over here, instead of doing count two plus one, you can just do if count two less than one, and we'll heap push count two plus one. Like you see, like this is cleaner. Um, like it is easier to read. Oh, I think this is also in the wrong order. Wait, is it? Oh, no, never mind. I am putting it in the wrong order. So yeah, you see, this is easier to reason about. Yeah, this is just because I'm very nitpicky about clean code, but I think it matters. It's the small things add up, in my opinion. Yeah. Um. Mhm. Okay, so after coding, I think um. Yeah, have you taken like CPSC 310 in 320 in UBC? Um. Okay, so you're in a CS degree, right? So you'll eventually take that, and that helps a lot with uh, training you how to estimate, to calculate time and space complexity. Yeah, I think uh, for heap, you should kind of know, it should come to you very quickly. Okay, pop is this time complexity. Push is this kind of complexity. Heapify is this. Like, I would recommend just memorizing all of it. Yeah. It's and again, it's just practice. Like after you do 320, I'm very sure that you will be very fast at doing this. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like time complexity is just like an extremely common follow up that it's worth just like getting quite good at it. Yeah. You still got a correct answer though. So overall, I would say like you did a really good job. You did like a better job than me when I was first doing this problem. And if I was interviewing you, I'll definitely give you a pass. So you did a really good job. Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is the end of our interview. Thanks so much for interviewing today. No problem. No problem. All right. Bye, everyone. Take care.